What's it like doing business in the Dominican Republic?
We think it's great. We've had no issues, and we think it's a very investor-friendly environment. We're quite a small company, but we've had a great experience there so far. It's quite a young country in terms of population and the age of the people there. So there's about 10 million people live in the DR. Communication services are pretty good and they're growing. There's probably about 40% internet penetration. Mobile phone penetration is pretty high, around 90%. Mobile internet penetration though is very low still. It's touching on 2.5%, so we expect that to be a growth area going forward. I think because of the strong historical ties between the DR and the US, that has led to it being a stable economy. Good institutional, legal and financial institutions exist. So if you are doing business there, I think you should have a pretty good experience. Spanish is the main language, of course, but in our own experience, we've found a lot of people speak English, so communications on that level are generally not a problem. So yeah.
What kind of services do people in Dominican Republic want and need?
From our own experience, access to information and services, it's a growing service economy. I think around 2/3 of the GDP is based on services. So, but in terms of what do people want, basically what any strongly growing economy would want, and it's access to services, it's access to information like what's going on and what sort of opportunities exist for doing business, so that kind of thing.
Okay. What's the most important issue for the mobile industry in Dominican Republic?
I would say that it is make sure that if you're doing business in the DR, in the mobile industry, make sure it's localized and have a partner. I wouldn't recommend just coming in with a service and trying to hoist it on the local population. It needs to be localized. And it generally helps a lot if you've got a partner who can help you with getting through various regulatory issues and just making things happen. So that's what I would suggest.
And what kind of opportunities are there for investors in the Dominican Republic and countries like it?
From what we've found, the DR is very investor friendly compared with some of the other countries in the region. It's a safe place to do business. I think you can get a good return there. And again, I think partially because of the history of the DR and the US being close partners for trade, etc., it does make it a lot easier to do business. Yeah.